Hello guys, welcome to ErebosGamingHD. So, we haven't got a big name this time, even though he is higher ranked than Klitschko. This guy's named Dylan Carroll. And I'm going to be skipping ahead past the first few rounds. And yeah, we'll skip the stalemate rounds and we'll just go straight to it. So, here we go. We're going to start the fight here in round 3. So, I've had quite a dominating couple of rounds, and I've just been leading with a jab, and this has just been a complete jab fest, the whole fight. And it's been working a treat. He's a very defensive guy, this guy. He comes forward every now and again, and I catch him, as you can see here, with just jabs. But when he does get on the back foot, he is really quite well. He's a good defensive character when he's on the back foot. And not so much when he's coming forward. He throws a lot of hooks, and straight to beat hooks, and it just, you can see that he pays off, with the punches that I land. So yeah, round 3, it's going really well, to be honest with you, and the career in general, the whole actual legacy mode so far has gone really well. I've won the majority of my fights by knockout, and nobody's given me a great deal of trouble so far. I haven't really had a fight which has been, like on the verge as of yet, but it will come. There will be fights in the future that are really difficult, and that's the beauty of this game. You don't know what fights are going to be hard until you're in it. I thought Vitaly Klitschko was going to be a hard fight, and he was actually a lot easier than Eddie Chambers, even though you'd expect Eddie Chambers to be an easier fight just based on size and dimensions. But Vitaly Klitschko was much easier for whatever reason, and this guy seems to be reasonably easy as well. You wouldn't expect any fights to be easy on greatest of all time, but if you follow the sort of schematic that I'm doing here, then it's not too difficult in any fight, to be honest, as long as you sort of keep composed, don't throw too many punches, and just make sure that you're always doing more damage to them than they're doing to you, whether it's stamina wise or health wise. As long as their bars are dropping faster than yours, you've got nothing to worry about. Obviously if they regenerate a lot in between the rounds and you don't, then that's going to be a problem. So you need to make sure you're not throwing too many punches, and you should be golden. Like I say, this fight is equal height to me, well, pretty much the same height. His reach seems reasonably similar, so one thing I didn't do is actually check this guy's reach. I should have. But if you actually look at his arms, they seem like equal length to mine, maybe even slightly longer. It's just the fact that he's throwing a lot of hooks instead of straights, which sort of negates the lengths of his arms. So as long as I'm sort of not in really close range for too long, then he shouldn't be able to land too many good shots. But I want to get close to him just so that he throws the punches, then I'm moving away from the punches and obviously landing my own jabs and straights. As you can see there, he was throwing a hook and I'm just walking away, throwing a hook, so I'm walking away, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to catch him with them jabs, and that's just the way that this fight is, and that's just the way that I'm carrying on the fight. If I'd have landed another right hand there, I could have dropped him, but unfortunately I wasn't able to land it. But yeah, in general, it's going really, really well. I haven't lost yet, and I can't see me not winning at least the 3 belts. I think that's going to be a given if I keep on this sort of form. Whereas, once I've got the belts and I start having to fight the mandatories, you can get some really tricky mandatory fights, especially on greatest of all time. But this is going to be reasonably new for me. I've only gotten to, say, winning the belts prior to this, and I think that was on Xbox. I haven't done it recently, and I certainly haven't got to greatest of all time on greatest of all time difficulty yet. So as soon as I get the belts, it's going to be new territory for me too. So it's going to be quite interesting to see who I get to fight, and maybe somebody will come up that's just so difficult, and I really underestimate it, and if they take the similar style as I do and they're just throwing a lot of jabs and straights, it's going to be difficult. Now this guy, look at him, look how low his health is, look how defensive he is. I just can't seem to break that guard. The jab's working okay. I probably should have thrown a jab straight there. Probably should have thrown a jab straight there again, actually, in all fairness, but I'm just trying to catch him with that step back power right hand, but he's, like I say, he's a good defensive character and he's not going to fall for that, so what can you do? So next round is on we go. His eye looks pretty damaged, to be honest. He's got quite a lot of redness around the face, probably from the jabs and straights I've been landing on that side of the head. What I tend to do is I tend to sort of sidestep the same way when I'm fighting the computer, at least, because then you tend to sort of hit the same spots constantly, and if you can open up a cut, then it's going to be a really easy night for you, because once they've got a cut, then they take a lot more damage, and if you're throwing just headshots, then you know you're going to do a lot more. I did get a comment recently saying could I show just more highlights. Now this fight wasn't really one to have many highlights as such, but I have taken it on board to sort of shorten the video down slightly, and I've just cut out the first couple of rounds, which tend to be quite stale. So hopefully this is a little bit better for you. It's not going to be too long, the video. I've cut out the training, and I've cut out the sort of putting my stats on. I didn't think I actually changed the stats before this fight, in all honesty, but I'll be mixing it up. There'll be some videos where I show it from a few rounds in. There'll be some where I just show, if it's like a 12 round fight for example, and I went on points or they went on points, then I'll have to show just the highlights of the fight. I wouldn't expect anybody to sit around for 25 minutes just watching a fight to end on points, you know, I wouldn't expect that. So depending on how the fight goes, I'll change how I actually arrange the video, if that makes sense. But all feedback I will be taking on board, of course, as always, and if we can sort of shorten videos down and stuff like that, we will do so. Thanks for the feedback, and yeah, you know, it's going well. I'm enjoying the series, and I know a couple of people are enjoying the series, which is great to know, and you know, really appreciative of all that. All the support is great. And that knockdown, that's a jab straight. So just jab, and then he started to throw a punch and then caught him with that. But yeah, as I was saying, we do make these videos obviously for entertainment purposes, you know. But this series is a little bit different because it's sort of something that I want to do as well. It's a bit of best of both worlds, really. I'm enjoying doing it and working towards getting what I'd consider quite a good. Ooh. I think, yeah, we go. Caught him again, I didn't even realise. That's great. So, as I was saying, what if I was to get greatest of all time rank on greatest of all time difficulty? That would be a good achievement just for me, and to be able to share it and show the journey on YouTube is even better. And if other people are enjoying it, then that's grand. So this fight, not really difficult at all. He wasn't an actual known name. He was just a computer-generated character. He was higher ranked than Vitali. So, you know, I can't really complain, and it only took 2 knockdowns, which is not surprising considering the damage that he'd taken in the rounds leading up to the knockdowns. So I'm starting to figure out this whole getting up game. I think it's more about their heart on their character more than it is how much damage they've taken. So as you can see, that was my 11th fight. My connect percentage has gone up. My connect percentage, sorry, has gone down. My KO percentage has gone up. So I've only dropped my connect percentage by 1%, which I'm not too fussed about. And I've gone up to rank 18. I apologise for my voice breaking. I've been talking a lot today. So there we go. 11th fight, and we're on year 3, which I'm not even sure that even matters. So, yep, we're working up that ladder. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.